lovelies, and welcome back to my channel. So as you can see from the title of today's video, we're going to be reacting to Blue by Seungkwan and DK from their new album Serenade. I am honestly super excited for this one. I have been anticipating this album because I have been loving reacting to more of 17 recently, so I can't wait to see what we can expect from this song. But before we do, if you guys are new to the channel, then welcome and thank you for joining. Make sure you're clicking that subscribe button down below to stay up to date with what I post on this channel. And while you're at it, why not leave a little like on this video as well? It really does help me to see what you're enjoying watching so I can keep on making more videos like this. But with all that being said, I'm just super excited to get into this music video, so let's go. I'm honestly so intrigued by it being called the cinema version as well. What's going on here? Oh my god.
일단 벗어날게요.
So much going on.
빨리 가야 돼. 가야 돼요.
Oh my gosh. This is gonna break my heart and I haven't even started yet. Oh my. I wasn't expecting this. Like when I saw cinema version, I obviously assumed that it would be sort of more so like almost like a mini movie in a way, but this feels like it's like gonna break my heart in a million pieces, and I'm not ready for this, I don't think. Oh guys, I'm nervous. I mean, she's absolutely beautiful. Oh, the vocals.
대답도 없이 이어진 침묵이 마주한 우릴 기어이 삼킨.
Guys, honestly, I feel like I'm on an absolute emotional roller coaster because that intro was so traumatic and so like there was so much going on. All that build up, all of that, you know, real just chaos and catastrophe happening in the start. And now it's like we've completely switched gear and we've gone almost to like maybe like a flashback moment, it feels like. That like golden sun coming in, and it's like almost really contrasting this shot right now with the darkness. I feel like just instantly straight away off the bat, like having that real play on the dark and the light with like the sunlight coming in. Oh, absolutely beautiful. Talking about the silence swallowing us whole as well. That lyric is beautiful.
이어진 침묵이 마주한 우릴 기어이 삼킨 뒤에 너의 곁에서 깊이 잠기고 있어. 그토록 찬란한 모습들이 모두 다 어디로 바랜 건지.
I don't know what it is. I feel like already I'm starting to get teary-eyed, and I think it's the vocals. The vocals are so like sweet and beautiful and just like almost like so wispy in a way that it feels almost melancholy and like nostalgic, almost like you're sort of moving through memories in a way. I don't know, I can't explain it, but it's just so beautiful. It really is.
모두 다 어디로 바랜 건지 차오르는 감정에 너무 휩쓸려 버린 듯해 여전히 난 여기에 Still I love you without you 네 곁에서 멀리 나 홀로 깊이 falling blue.
Oh my god. Oh no. Oh, it's so beautiful, but it's just heartbreaking. It's absolutely so heartbreaking. Wow. I love you, and without you I feel like I'm just literally falling into this deepness of blue. Oh, I actually cannot cope with how beautiful this song is. The vocals for me, like genuinely, obviously I know DK and Seungkwan have like the most gorgeous voices, but this song, it's just on another level, isn't it? It's just absolutely captivatingly gorgeous.
애써 너를 향해 뻗어본 손끝이 흩어진 물결에 너의 그 모습이 I'm blue, falling in blue. 난 그렇게 한없이 falling in your blue. 새빨간 거짓말들로 괜찮다 웃어 보여도 이미 다 투명해진 내 맘 따위 네 눈에 흔적조차도 없겠지. Baby, 내일이 나 그려지지 않아 더 이상.
I just think the way we're being taken on this journey throughout this whole video, especially talking about, you know, falling into that sense of blue, and these shots right now almost having that blue grey tone feel to them. Like it literally is like you're being surrounded by that sense of almost like blue darkness, that like melancholy feel that's going on. I can't explain it, but that's the one word I feel like I would use to describe this video so far. It just feels like it has such a beauty in not only the storytelling but also just like the feeling, you know? And that's like the one word I feel like sums up everything so beautifully.
그려지지 않아 더 이상. 우린 어디쯤에 멎을까. Still I love you without you. 네 곁에서 멀리 나 홀로 깊이 falling blue. 애써 너를 향해 뻗어본 손끝이 흩어진 물결에 너의 그 모습이 I'm blue.
상현아!
난 그렇게 한없이 falling in your blue. 홀로 눈을 맞추고 사랑해도 했어도 You didn't come back to me.
My heart feels like it's been ripped out of my chest. I just feel like all of the mixtures of emotions and just feelings that are just, I don't know, wrapped into one entity in this whole video and this whole song. It's absolutely gorgeous. I've not seen music like this before. Like I've seen phenomenal music videos, but this literally feels like a whole different vibe completely. Like I feel like this is literally like a mini encapsulated movie through time. It's gorgeous. I feel like it's almost in a sense like in this relationship maybe she's sensing a little bit of like a drawback and maybe like feeling a little bit lost in where this relationship is going, and it feels like he is just completely overwhelmed and not really knowing how to move forward. Maybe, I don't know, but I feel like there's just so much going on. Just seeing that moment though of him just on the floor crying, like literally feeling so absolutely just overwhelmed and unable to like control just all of that emotion built up inside. Oh my gosh, this is absolutely phenomenal. that sense of worry, you know?
왜 전화를 안 받아?
너 면접 보러 간 거 아니었어?
오직 메아리만 love you, love you. Without you, without you. 네 곁에서 멀리 나 홀로 깊이 falling blue. 이젠 돌이킬 수 없는 그 마음이 더는 외면할 수 없는 이 순간이 I'm blue, falling in blue. 난 그렇게 한없이 falling in your blue.
Wow. Again, just that like complete switch, you know, we've gone from again that sense of darkness, you know, he's the one in that sense of darkness, he's the one with that blue surrounding him, and it's now like we've completely switched again to that light, that sunlight radiating in the room. Just everything about the whole feeling of the lighting in this video, it feels so like perfect for the song itself, you know? But just seeing how much love can really have that control over your feelings and your emotions, you know? Like knowing that you need to be present in the moment, but when that person's ringing you and you've like missed their call, how much that one thing can like really play on your mind to the point of you literally having to just run back to make sure that, you know, nothing's happened. And it's obvious as well because of what had happened before, you know, that she'd have that fear, that sense of worry and wonder as to what could have happened, you know. This is so deep. Oh, that is such like a beautiful shot as well. Again, just that sense of the blue everywhere, just like engulfing the whole video. The sound of like the wave. I just feel like there's so much going on, you know? I feel like this is almost that sense of like letting go in a way. For me, so far from what I've seen of this, obviously, this is like the first time watching, and I will probably watch it again because I feel like there's so much that I want to really like relook over. But in a way, I think sometimes there can be love within a relationship and it's still not always be enough to continue with progressing with that. And I feel like maybe that is what this is, you know, realizing that even though you love that person, in a way you have to let go, because if you hold on to that and you harness that, it's not going to be beneficial for either of you in that moment, you know. I think the beauty of this is there's so many different ways I think that you can really view it. Like you can view this video in so many ways, you can view this song in so many ways, that sense of blue, you know, without that person in your life, without that love, you are just almost like enveloped in that sense of blue and that sense of pain, hurt, and sadness. But I think as well, it's almost in a way saying that sometimes that love is what can ultimately also cause that sense of blue and being engulfed in that feeling, even when you're with that person, you know? There's just so many different ways I feel like you can take this whole video. I don't know, it's just so beautiful, isn't it? Just absolutely stunning, and ending out on this shot as well, just that sense of, you know, the blue and the sea and the whole landscape there. It's like we're ending out on a sense of tranquility, a sense of serenity and peace, you know, that despite it not having maybe have worked, not having maybe have panned out in the way you expected in that relationship, it's like almost you have to come to that sense of clarity in a way. And I think even though it hurts to leave that person, it's better for everybody in that situation rather than keep on, you know, being in a circumstance that's only going to negatively impact both people, you know? I think as well, if we go back to some of the lyrics and we think back, you know, talking about how I sort of love you so deeply from like my perspective, but it's almost like maybe you don't necessarily feel that same gravity of love towards me. You know, we kept on seeing those moments throughout where there was almost maybe on his part a little bit of jealousy and curiosity as to her being around other people. And I think maybe there was that sense of her having that sense of curiosity about some of the people that she was surrounded by. And I think maybe it's that sense of if you are sort of tempted or you do look in a certain direction when you're with that person who, you know, you're supposed to love, it's almost like ultimately you know that it's not really the right situation to be in because you can't completely give yourself wholly to somebody if you're still in that sense of curiosity about somebody else, you know? But I just think that whole feeling of I just keep falling in your blue, like even though I keep reaching out towards you and I keep showing you all of this love and I'm not getting necessarily the same in terms of that reciprocation, it's like ultimately I still keep on just falling deeper and deeper into that ocean of you in a way. And I think just ending out on that ocean as well, you know, is just like I've fallen so deeply and I've given so much. It's like now I have to sort of find that sense of a new beginning, you know, sort of like wash away everything and start again. There's just so much beautiful like imagery in this music video as well. It really was. Like I know it's called cinema version, but it is just so cinematic in the way that it really has just been panned out, you know? I think as well, just throughout this whole video, just seeing that sense of love on two different spectrums, you know, I feel like his love was definitely stronger than hers was in a sense, but I think just that sense of, you know, continuing to just keep on hoping and craving that affection back from that person and that longing and just wanting to be able to make something work despite everything that's going against you in that situation, you know. I think it's just heartbreaking, isn't it? I think it's something that a lot of people can definitely relate to on some level as well, understanding that sense of you having that love for somebody but that not being shown back, you know. Just having that blue almost be such like a beautiful representation of love in a way, like almost love being that sense of blue, that sense of, you know, sorrow and sadness and just loneliness in a love that you can't have returned to you in a way. I just think this whole song was beautiful. It was absolutely just gorgeous from start to finish. The vocals were absolutely unbelievable. I think this album, just from hearing this song, is going to be so incredibly beautiful. The acting as well, can I just say, was phenomenal in this music video. It was absolutely gorgeous. But I genuinely am blown away by just the overall movie-like feel of this one. It was absolutely incredible. I think as well, you could see that he was definitely struggling with those emotions and almost, I think as well as falling in deeply in love with her, it was almost like he was falling deeper into that sense of darkness and maybe loneliness within himself. And it's almost like she was trying to really help bring him out of that and really try and be there for him to support him, despite how maybe she was feeling. And I think that in a way as well is also symbolized in that sense of blue, that blue feeling of trying to be able to reach somebody when it's almost like they can't be reached in a way because their emotions, there's just no way of combating how they're feeling and being able to pull them out of that, when you're falling into that cycle and that almost system of what seems like maybe depression or loneliness, it is difficult to pull yourself out of that even with the support of somebody else. And I think just that as well, him almost saying that he's reaching out for her but her almost trying to reach out for him as well in a different sort of way. I think just the beauty and all of that as well just being relayed in this video was stunning. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed watching along this video with me. If you did, like I said, make sure you're clicking that subscribe button down below to stay up to date with what I post on this channel. And while you're at it, why not leave a little like on this video as well? It really does help me to see what you're enjoying watching so I can keep on making more videos like this. But with all that being said, thank you so much for watching. I hope you're having a wonderful day and I will see you in the next video.